Hello and welcome back to RimWorld. And as I said in the previous episode, I would cheat away one way or another the mud. And I have. I used the dev mode and replaced the mud with regular soil quite far. And we should not, at this point, find ourselves needing to replace anything else. And while we are here, let's take a look and see if that is the case. If we actually need to replace even more, or if what we have done is enough. I do believe it is enough, but you never know until you have tested. So what we will do is build out and test. And yeah, I did push it quite far down here because I wasn't really sure exactly how I was going to have it go, but what this means is that we now don't have to bother with those pesky moisture pumps anymore. And yeah, I can't be bothered with even trying continuing because they are bullshit bad. They take way too long to do anything, and when they actually do something, it's bad. It's really not. The moisture pumps are really underpowered. The radius of them sucks. Yeah. But let's not dwell on that too much. Let's add the last room here, as it should be. And then the marble table over there. And then we select it and forbid it. So, yeah, this is how the base, I believe, is going to look, more or less. What I might do is do something like this. Add like these kind of things to add protection and stop them from wanting to go in and try a shortcut or something, meaning the shortcut is going to be the whole walking through the labyrinth. That's going to be more of a shortcut than doing something else. Yeah, so something like this, I believe, is what we want. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. This should not hit. Like this shouldn't hit. I didn't remove all the mud. Okay. Now you can see how this is done. We need to open this one. We need to go into set terrain and soil. I would say that the Venetians would not agree that mud cannot be built upon. It's a mud is probably one of the most stable things man have built structures upon, so but it's a way to stop players from having complete control of where they build stuff. But anyway, there we go. That's I think this is how the base is going to look. It's not final, but I do believe we have sort of a shape to work with. And then we will see how we actually go from here. I'm not sure. We'll see. But this is... All right, the plants are dying because it's cold outside. And yeah, in the last episode, Purple hit a trap twice, of course. And while rescuing Purple, Olsen hit a trap, which is sort of bullshit, but it's what it is. And Olsen is resting. He's sleeping, actually. Whatever. So... yeah, I would say we have... quite good setup for the future. Now, we do need to expand this a bit. I think expanding this all the way out here is actually what we want to do. Bulk goods trader, okay. Tina, go and take a look. Bulk goods trader, what do you have? What do you have? You have chocolate, not a lot, but a bit. Let's see if we have some clothes we can sell. Yeah, we do. We have a bit of tattered clothing. That normal one can go. The poor one, the poor one. Normal one. The blue fur duster, 65%. Sell those two. And that one. And I would say probably any sculpture that isn't excellent can be sold as well. But that's it. It's not that much actually to be sold. So what we need to do is to see if we have anything else with a bit more value in it. Not that parka, we might need it. The dusters, on the other hand, that isn't like fur, but rather just leather. And yeah, that's it. That's as far as we can go without spending too much. Hunter lacks weapon. It's purple. Okay. Go and pick up your weapon. Why are you naked? If you hit a trap and die, I will kill you. Okay, we live. Because you were good enough to not die by a trap. Oh, there's the cow. We have a dry thunderstorm. Okay. Those can be really annoying because, yeah, they cause fires. Most likely. So, if you see it's a dry thunderstorm, be careful. Because, yeah, you might have stuff catch on fire out of nowhere, really. Now, is this being roofed? It should be at some point. It really should be roofed. We'll see. We will see. Apparently I'm making a milk meal. It's a simple meal that consists of primarily or just only milk. It's only milk. I wonder how you make a complete meal and use only milk. The question is, if you change new lovers, Pola, Choco and Pola, okay. Okay, it's fine. They have the double bed anyway. But yeah, I'm interested. Like, is it really a milk meal if you say change this, the shape or the form of the milk? Because like yogurt is technically milk, but is it actually milk? That's yeah, that's interesting thought, really, because I would not say that milk can be a meal, but I would say that yogurt can be. Maybe not a heavy, like a heavy meal, like you eat it like once or twice and then you're good for the day, but rather a more of a light meal. Ooh, oh my god. Yeah, I like yogurt, but as long as it's not that, as long as it's real yogurt and not the whole breakfast yogurt bullshit, which technically isn't yogurt because the consistency isn't gel. It's not a gel-like form. I have seen many cases where people talk about or ask the question, is yogurt a liquid or a solid? And the answer to that is yes and no and neither. Because yogurt is a gel. It's like and I don't remember exactly what I remember reading it, but I can't remember exactly what the definition is, like how it's described, how gel that is a state of something that is classified as a gel, how it's described. It's something like it has consistency enough to keep a shape but not under pressure or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is, but and that's technically what it is. It actually keeps a shape if you just leave it, but if you start messing with it, it loses that shape and takes on a new shape. And it doesn't really stick to you like a liquid does in the same manner as well. So I find it really, really interesting, the whole how it works. But I like yogurt. Real yogurt is actually really good. And then we're talking about yogurt that real yogurt that doesn't have a bunch of added sugar to it, because that's also something that destroys the yogurt. Yeah, no. Yogurt should be as natural as possible, and to keep the flavor. I've eaten different kinds of yogurt, a few where they have added sugar and others where they have killed the bacteria culture, for example. But that it's not a living bacteria culture anymore. And it's a very different taste if it's processed or like it has some kind of post-processing or added something added into it or onto it afterwards. It's a very, very different taste if the yogurt contains just its natural amount of sugar and has the bacteria culture intact. So it's a living bacteria culture. I would say it's a lot better. It's a very refined taste. It is fermented, so it has a very unique taste to it. But once you get used to it, it might actually be hard to go back to not eat fermented stuff. One thing to be careful with yogurt is not to eat too much of it. If you plan on eating it for something like breakfast and have it regularly every single breakfast, for example, or a meal or snack or something, be prepared to have a more regular schedule to the bathroom, because your whole body is going to have to adapt to a whole new diet. And even if it doesn't look like it, yogurt has a lot of fluids, and if your body not used to that amount of fluids in that kind of form, then your body is going to have a much harder time processing the food, meaning you might have maybe a week or two where you have to be a bit more alert, so to speak. And the reason why actually that's a thing is because when you eat yogurt, the body registers it as a solid thing. It doesn't pick it up as a fluid, because the body actually make some kind of what you can call a prediction of how to handle certain intake, like fluid versus solid. And yogurt is in between, but there's still a lot of fluids in it. And since it's not a pure fluid, the body handles it as if it's a solid. But since there's a lot of fluid in it, yeah, you can imagine that fluid isn't picked up as well in the beginning by the body. So that just goes through you, and it's not in the same system as if you have been drinking, say, milk, because it doesn't register it as a fluid. So yeah, that's some interesting facts about yogurt. And it can be hard depending on which country you live in and how common it is with dairy products. It can be hard to find real yogurt, even more so if you want real good yogurt. But yeah, I have found one version that is in my country up to my demands. My demands is really, it's going to be yogurt. It has to be real, so it has to be the gel kind. It can't be fluid. It can't be complete solid. It has to be gel. Where? Speaking of disaster, we're having one right now in the base. How many? How big is it? I can guarantee you it's going to be massive. Because it's late game. Yeah, it's quite big. It's quite big. Ugh. Oh, I need to stand in there. I can't fight. I cannot fight. Yeah, and the mega spiders are dangerous. They are really dangerous. Ooh. Yeah, all the animals need to Ooh, this took a turn for the sewers. Really? Animal safe zone. You stop having fun over there. And yeah. No, no, don't shoot from that distance. You're going to hit our allies. Ooh. Yeah, we need to really pepper these beasts, really. Where are they? There is one over here, which I might just be able to send one over like that. See if we can entice them to come. Yep, there we go. I should be able to win this. Yep, there we go. Thank you. We have a lot of damage on our people, which is to be expected, really. Yeah. And that's the end of the episode. Chime. What a perfect timing. Yeah. That's the reason why you don't want the deep drills in your base. However, you don't want to keep the deep drills too far away. And yeah, we like the millisecond we don't need the deep drills anymore, we are going to remove them, because I don't want this to happen too often, because it's yeah. Let's just kill this one. Get some shooting practice in. There we go. And we now, I'm going to save after that debacle of an event. Yeah, that was a spectacle. It went a lot better than I expected it to. It could have been a lot worse. The only ones with any kind of damage and injuries is the people who's melee, which is probably the ideal situation after this kind of thing, because yeah, the mega spiders do a lot of damage. Even the spillopede do quite a lot of damage. So the mega scarabs isn't that bad, but still they can overwhelm you if there's too many of them. And I don't think I'm going to just take a peek around here for safety's sake, that so we don't have anyone loitering around the base, and I don't think we do. So with that, thanks for watching, goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.